What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV. And I am back with another video. This is a new series I will be doing every Sunday morning. It is called The Morning After Boxing Talk, where I will be discussing the previous night's action, or if there were some fights on a Friday or whatever. During the week, I'll be discussing them. I'm going to try to get to every major fight, but this first episode is I'm gonna only talk about the WBSS Junior Welterweight card, headlined by WBC interim champion Regis Prograis, who defeated Terry Flanagan by easy unanimous decision. Also, I'm gonna be talking about Ivan Baranchyk, the newly crowned Junior Welterweight IBF champion, who defeated Anthony Yiggett via stoppage in the 7th round. And I'm also going to finish up with Danny the Miracle Man Jacobs, who is now the new IBF middleweight champion, defeating Sergey Derevchenko. Got a lot of videos on tap for y'all today, man, so get those notifications on. But let's get into the first fight that I'm going to talk about, and that's Ivan Baranchyk versus Anthony Yiggett. And Ivan Baranchyk is a very good fighter. He's a sleeper. He's a sleeper of this tournament. When you look at him, he's from Russia. He's undefeated. I think he's 25 years old. He's 19-0 with 12 knockouts. And the way he fights kind of reminds you of a traditional or old school pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying? He throws punches and bunches. He goes to the body. He throws them up top. And he's not like a Regis Prograis puncher where he can get you out with 1 or 2 punches. He's a over the course type puncher, where as the fight keeps going on, he gets stronger and stronger. His punches start to have more effect because he puts in that body work early in the fight. And like I said, he's just nonstop action, nonstop pressure. He seems to have unlimited amounts of stamina, as Anthony Yiggett found out last night, as he was just brutalizing. If you see the eye of Anthony Yiggett, the left eye, it was fucking cut in, swollen shut. The cut came from an accidental head, but those fucking right hands were the reason why that eye was swollen shut. But Baranchyk is definitely a sleeper. I love the way he mixes his attack. I love the way he goes to his body. He always seems to come in tip-top shape. He is just a very active fighter, and it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the guys in the tournament deal with him if they meet up. Regis Prograis included, Josh Taylor included, Ryan Martin, Relic, who will be fighting Regis Prograis next in the semifinal. He's the WBA regular junior welterweight champion. So Baranchyk is a guy to definitely watch out for. He's a sleeper. Hell, Prograis even said it. And imagine a Prograis versus Baranchyk final. That shit would be instant classic, because both of these guys don't know any other way. Well, I'm not going to say they don't know any other way, but the dog in them, tends to take over, and they going to come straight ahead on the collision course, and that would be an epic fight. But props to Ivan Baranchyk, who completely dominated a tough Anthony Yiggett, to stop him, because Yiggett did have his moments, but he was just no match for the pressure, the power, the nonstop come forward attack of Baranchyk, who was just too much, man. And I look forward to seeing him fight more in this WBSS Junior Welterweight tournament. Now, let's go to Regis Prograis, Rougarou, as they call him, the main man of last night's card. The fight took place in his hometown of New Orleans, Louisiana. He fought former WBO lightweight champion Terry Turbo Flanagan. And I said this in my prediction video on that fight, that I would like to see Regis Prograis show a little more finesse, show a little more boxing ability. And he must have been watching my video, you know what I'm saying? Because he did exactly that. People might try to criticize him and say, oh, he should have went for the knockdown. But he said in his post-fight interview, you know what I'm saying? He said he wanted to show people different things. He's 23-0 with 19 knockouts. We know the power is there. We seen what he did to Joe Diaz, Julius Ndongo. Jose Velasco, and shit, 19 other motherfucking opponents, you know what I'm saying? So the power is evident. A lot of criticism come from him, you know, being hittable, not jabbing enough, not showing the boxing ability. Well, he showed all of that. You know, he has excellent upper body movement. He bobs and weaves well. He slips shots, and he showed to be an excellent counterpuncher. You know, he was patient. He dictated the pace. And you could tell once he got into the swing of things around rounds 5 and 6, he started to be more aggressive. But that jab was always consistent in last night's fight. It was consistent from the beginning to the end. His body work, always terrific. He'll shoot the jab to the body. He'll shoot the jab up top. He'll counter Flanagan. And that's where the first knockdown came in. I think it was round 6. Yeah, round 6 is when Flanagan threw I think Flanagan's a fucking Flanagan orthodox fighter. So he threw a jab, Prograis countered it, came over the top with a looping left hand, and then dropped him. He dropped him again in that round, hurt him badly, went for the kill, but he reeled himself back in. Obviously, you know, his chin hasn't been as tested, you know, by bigger punches, but still, you get reckless, you can get caught by anybody, because at the end of the day, these are all grown men, and one perfectly placed shot can, you know, put you down for the count. And obviously, Prograis was weary of that, and he wanted to fucking, you know, showcase his skills. He showcased the ability to counter, to box from the outside, you know, to move his feet. You know, he did get hit, but he only got hit when he decided in the rounds 10 through 12 was to abandon that a little bit and come forward, stalking his opponent, trying to get that knockout, trying to inflict more punishment on him. So I think that while people still are going to favor Taylor to win this tournament, rightfully so, I think that Prograis showed a new wrinkle in his arsenal now that, shit, Taylor going to have to be aware. Whoever that fights him going to have to be aware. Either he going to fucking maul you or he can box you. He can counter you. You know what I'm saying? He showed finesse in this damn fight, and that's what I wanted to see. And I'm glad that he showed that. He showed that he's versatile enough to be able to walk you down, or he can box your ears off, counter you, make you make mistakes, make you come to him, and make you pay for it. So that makes it even more exciting about a potential Josh Taylor Regis Prograis fight, because Josh Taylor's an excellent fighter, one of my favorite fighters today. But in his fight with Victor Postal, he showed some vulnerabilities. He showed some weaknesses that Postal, to his credit, exposed. But no, there's no perfect fighter. No perfect fighter. Past or current. You know what I'm saying? You know, every fighter had their mistakes. So it's going to give Josh Taylor, Ryan Martin, Ivan Baranchyk, Kirill Relic, who fighting Prograis next, something to think about. Because now they thinking, well, shit, if I can just withstand that that pressure and that onslaught, I can get his ass. I can time him. I can catch him. Nope. He got a different way he can approach it and break you down. You know what I'm saying? There's 9 different ways, or there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. And Prograis showed that, you know, there's different ways for him to skin and defeat his opponents. Next up for him is Relic, who is the WBA regular junior welterweight champion. I think the fight will be in New Orleans. There's a chance for Prograis to add another title, although he's the interim WBC champion. Adding that WBA strap only, you know, makes him even more recognizable, and just raises his profile higher and makes the stakes as he continues to move through the tournament even bigger. But props to Regis Prograis for making a successful defense of his interim title. Moves on to the semifinal. Can't wait to see him in action. Now let's talk about the HBO main event between Daniel, the Miracle Man Jacobs, who won a split decision over, you know, stablemate friend, Sergey Derevchenko. This fight was excellent, man. And sometimes you see when guys are friends and train together, have the same trainer and whatnot, the fight always doesn't seem to be what it could be if they didn't know each other like that, if they didn't have a personal relationship. But this fight was the total opposite. These guys were coming to knock each other's heads off, man. And, you know, it was a good fight. You know, I predicted that Jacobs would win. I thought I might have predicted him by stoppage. I'm not for sure. But I did predict he would win this fight in my breakdown prediction. I felt he was the more versatile fighter, and he displayed that. He was able to fight out of the southpaw or the orthodox stance. His power, you can tell when he was hitting Derevyanchenko, Derevyanchenko was way more bothered by the power of Jacobs than Jacobs was of, Derevyanchenko. And I was surprised that Jacobs elected to, trade as much as he did. He retreated back to the ropes. Chin exposed, hands down, and that's a big no-no. Anybody that watches this channel know I hate that shit. I hate when fighters do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid, and it gets yourself in harm's way. But, Jacobs stood his ground. They traded big shots to the head and to the body. It was a battle of attrition. The height and reach advantage for Jacobs played a big factor in this fight at times. But to Derevyanchenko's credit, he was able to work the body. He was able to land some nice, powerful shots that backed up and briefly buckled Jacobs. He tried to make it an inside fight, which Jacobs lacks. His inside game is weak. But, Daniel Jacobs is a new IBF middleweight champion, man. He can box, he can punch, he can fight out of either stance. He goes to the body well. It seems that his chin is better. He's been knocked out once by Dmitry Prograis. He was dropped against Sergio Moore, Gennady Golovkin. But, I think that his confidence has skyrocketed since that, fight with Golovkin, which a lot of people, myself included, didn't give him much of a chance, but came out of that fight saying, he won that fight, or it was a really close fight that could have went either way or been a draw. Ever since that moment, his confidence has been through the roof, and now he puts himself in a position to be a undisputed, middleweight champion. And I'll make a video later about that, reason why I say that. But it was a good night of action. Congratulations to all the winner. Congratulations to Heather Hardy, who, set the record straight in her rematch with Shelito Vincent, winning a unanimous decision to win the vacant WBO featherweight title. Who else? Alberto Machado destroyed my man in one round to defend his WBA super junior lightweight title. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Kubrat Pulev, who defeated Huey Fury by decision. Now he's the IBF mandatory to Anthony Joshua. I'll touch on those fights later today or sometime this week. But yeah, man, like this video, drop your comments in the comment section down below. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell button to get notified every time I upload new videos. Head over to Facebook, like my Facebook page, Colossal Boxing Talk. That's why I post all my boxing videos on Facebook. If you like that, just follow that page and like it. And I'll post the links to my Twitter and Instagram in the description below, so y'all can check those social media platforms out as well. Until next time, I am out. Peace.